Alright ladies, so today I'm going to be showing you how to use Beets to make an all-natural blush powder that comes in many different shades and that I know you're going to love. Hi, I'm Brooke and welcome to The Goodness Well, where we bring you non-toxic and natural living tips. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make natural blush out of beets. And not only just one shade, but 3 different shades all made from beets. And I love that because beets are super rich in antioxidants and vitamins, which is super good for your skin. But enough talk, let's get into it. Okay, so if you're buying your beetroot powder from the store, then you can go ahead and skip this part. But if you'd like to make your beetroot powder at home, I'm going to show you how. So for this recipe, you'll need about 5, maybe 6 different beetroots. And so once you have them and you've washed them, you're going to slice them as thin as you can. So I'm obviously really bad at slicing, but it's really important that you try and get your beets sliced as thin as possible because when you slice them thinner, they'll dehydrate faster. So once you have your beets thinly sliced, you're going to go ahead and put them out on a pan and just have them spaced out evenly or just apart from another. You don't really want them stacked on top of each other. So you can dehydrate 3 different ways. You can put them out in the sun, which that takes a while. I would say at the minimum 12 hours, or you can throw them in the oven or your air fryer. And either of those options, the air fryer or the oven, you can set the temperature at about 180 and bake them at 180 or dehydrate them at 180. Either way works perfectly. And you'll do that for about 10 to 12 hours. The only thing is, just make sure that you flip them occasionally so that they can dehydrate faster by getting that moisture out on both sides. Okay, this is what it's gonna look like, and to me it just looks like that the beets fought each other, and this is the aftermath. So your beets would be dried out like this, very crispy, very dried. They look a lot darker. And then so once they're like this, you're gonna go ahead and add them into a grinder. Just make sure that the grinder is capable of grinding them down to a powder. That was a big deal for me, and I struggled to find one. I'll put the link to this grinder in the description because wow, it made a big difference. So once you've grinded them down, you're going to end up with this very powdery texture, and you'll know whenever you open it and it's this beautiful smoky look coming out. I mean, y'all, come on, that color is beautiful. Okay, so next you can go ahead and put all your beet powder into a glass bowl, and then go ahead and get your arrowroot powder, put that in a glass bowl as well. Get your cacao powder and your finely ground coffee grounds. It's very important that those coffee grounds are very finely grounded. Actually, all the ingredients need to be as finely and thinly ground as possible. You'll also need a powder sifter. That's really important and super helpful. Once you have all the ingredients mixed together, it gets out all those extra clumps and leaves you with a very nice powder. You'll also need a tablespoon, a half tablespoon, and a half teaspoon. Then you'll need some glass jars, whether you're doing all 3 recipes or if you're just trying out one today, you'll need whatever jar you're going to put your powder in at the end. So I'm going to show you how to do all 3, the light medium, and the dark. So first I'm going to go ahead and put 2 tablespoons of beet powder in each of the jars for the light medium, and the dark tone. Then I'm going to use the half teaspoon to add the arrowroot powder only to the light. I found that arrowroot powder really lightens it very easily, so if you're looking for a lighter color, you can honestly add it to whichever ones you want. But for the purpose of the light blush powder, I'm only going to use 1 teaspoon of arrowroot powder. Then I'm going to use half of a tablespoon of cacao powder and add that to the medium or light medium tone. The light medium tone is very earthy and neutral color, so it's not necessarily a medium as far as it's darker than the light one, but it's more of like a neutral color as far as medium goes. Then I'll add the half tablespoon of coffee grounds into the darker blush, and that will give it a nice deep color. So you'll see me kind of stop and then put the lids on. I found this to be helpful because the powders can sometimes not thoroughly mix as easily when you add all the ingredients together. So I'm not done adding the ingredients, but I do like to stop halfway and mix up the powders. Okay, so you can kind of see how the color has already changed from light and neutral and a more deeper color. But now we're going to go ahead and add the last bit of ingredients to each of the shades. So I'm going to add my last tablespoon, so this would be the third one, my last tablespoon of beet powder to each of the shades. For the light, the medium light, or light medium neutral tone, and then also for the darker tone. Now, of course, I think this is a really important part right here where if there's a color that you want to be darker or lighter, you can obviously adjust the colors and the tones to whatever fits you and your skin tone. I think it's great to add arrowroot if you like it to be lighter, the cacao powder for a more earthy neutral color. I love doing that for my shades that I like, and then also for the coffee grounds to give it a more ruby, darker tone. What's great about this blush is it's very versatile and customizable to whatever shades and desired looks that you like. Alright, so we're not done yet, but we're very close. So now we're going to go ahead and get the powder sifter and use that to get out any clumps or chunks that aren't necessarily finely grounded. And this will leave you with a beautiful, nice, smooth powder. Alright, so now it's time to try. So this is me putting on the light shade. It's a little pink, ruby color, and I really like the way it looks on my cheeks. It's very soft, and a little goes a long way. I love it so much. I hope you enjoy this blush just as much as I do. Alright, so this is me trying it on my amazing mom. We did the deeper color for her skin tone, and at first she was skeptical, but I think she ended up loving it just as much as I do. And thanks, Mom, for trying it out. Alright, y'all, I hope that was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment as it helps us to continue to do the work that we do. And if you tried a different variation in ingredients and got different shades, please let me know because this time you're using my recipe, but next time, who knows? I'll be using yours. Thanks.